took me one more time to get it back. I'm in my old habits. Put that on his face, I shoot it up. I feel like JJ Redick. I'ma keep on flexing, who gon' stop me to the red? Yeah, I'ma beat it up like that. They call me David Letzer. Man, and my fault that all I do.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy D, back at you with another video. Alright, so today we are going to go over, should I stay or should I go? To be or not to be. What that means? Very simple. What that means is we're going to go over who should the Steelers re-sign this off season. But before we get into that, I want to tell you guys who we should cut to make more money. Very three simple names that we should cut, but if we cut them, we'll get like $20 million, $20 to $30 million more in cap space if we cut these three people. And I think these are three great cuts that we should make. So without further ado, let's go into who we should cut first. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first person we should cut is Zach Banner. Why? We all like Zach Banner. We all actually were rooting for Zach Banner, especially when he was like always playing like that extra lineman spot in our offense before he tore his ACL. He was putting in work, but honestly, something is wrong with that leg that we don't know about. I mean, I've heard him a lot of times say it on Arthur Monk's podcast that he's healthy, but sadly, we haven't really got to see that. So that gives us that leads us to that question of what should we do next? I think we should cut him because if he's not gonna play, what's the use when we still need to go get a tackle spot anyway? If you know what I'm saying. Obviously, he has some upside because he definitely beat out Chooks last year before he got hurt. In that Giants game actually. So, I think definitely it's time to cut Zach Banner, especially because he just didn't bring out what we needed. And like I think we gave him some money. I didn't think he was gonna get that much, but it didn't work out, man. It happens, and it's not his fault that it didn't work out. It's just that, like, you know, sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do, and honestly, I think that's what we gotta do at this point. The next person is Joe Hayden. He didn't play that bad, especially when we got him from Tampa Bay. He didn't play bad, to be honest with you. He did all right, but like, honestly, I just don't think he's a starter in this league. Doesn't make the offense any better, especially since like in this free agency and or the draft, I think we're gonna upgrade that to tackle spot anyway, and I don't think he's anywhere near as good as Dan Moore Jr. no matter what anyway, so I don't see a reason for him to stay on the team. So with that being said, these are the three people that I decide that will cut, that'll make best for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now let's get into who I think should stay and who do I think should go from the Steelers. So once again, let's get into it. Alright, so number one, Joe Hayden. Should he stay or should he go? And unlike others in Steelers Nation, I think he should stay. Joe Hayden played good ball. Do I think we should still draft a cornerback in the late round? Yeah, why not? Why not? It would not hurt. Why not get a Cam Taylor or Britt and keep Joe Hayden? I don't think that's crazy to me at all. I think Joe Hayden plays great ball. He played great ball, and yes, I know his age is older. He's a little bit on the older side, but he played good ball this year. I don't know why everybody else don't agree with me, but he played good ball this year. So with that being said, I think Joe Hayden can make a wonderful impact on our team and on our offense as a whole. So I mean offense on our defense as a whole, and he brings that veteran presence, that veteran feel, the great tackler. He still does his job very well. So with that being said, yeah, I'm keeping Joe Hayden, especially since James Pierre didn't be what we wanted him to be. I don't think there's a reason why we should get rid of him at all, because whether or not we keep Witherspoon or not, I think our cornerback room will be thin anyway. So what's the point? I'd rather keep an experienced guy who knows what to do and who knows how to play, rather than just be very young on the secondary and just draft another cornerback. I don't see the point in that, if you know what I'm saying. So that being said, I got us keeping Joe Hayden. Trey Turner. I think Trey Turner is going to be gone, man. I'm not going to lie. I really think Trey Turner is going to be gone. Why? Trey Turner played good ball. He played alright. Like, he didn't play horrible. He wasn't the worst in the world, but he wasn't the best in the world either. He definitely didn't play like a Pro Bowler this year, but like, when you look at this offensive line, I don't think he had a choice. I don't think he was going to play like it anyway. With that being said, I think Trey Turner, actually, I don't think we're going to be willing to give him the contract that maybe some other teams might be able to give him. So with that being said, I think he's going to end up being gone off our roster, which it doesn't hurt, but it doesn't hurt us because, I mean, by that chance, if we get a guard like Zion Johnson or Dylan Parham or any of these more from Texas and A&M, Green from Texas and A&M, Kenyon Green from Texas and A&M, that gives us the opportunity to get Kevin Dotson to move right back to right guard, his dominant hand position. So with that being said, I don't really think that's the end of the world. I don't think that's something drastic or crazy if we make that move to put him right back to right guard. So I don't really think we're not losing. So then you ask yourself this question of how better is he than Trey Turner? How better is Trey Turner better than Kevin Dotson? That's something you're gonna have to, like, that's what you're gonna end up starting to weigh. So like, I don't think that's biologically crazy. I don't think that's crazy at all to me. So that being said, I got Trey Turner departing. Next on the list, Ray Mcleod. I think we're gonna end up going our separate ways for it. Ray Mcleod, or if we don't go our separate ways with Mcleod, I think he will end up probably being the 5th receiver on the depth chart. Why? Because like Ray Mcleod is not. He's a good return guy. He's alright in our special teams. I just don't see him as a receiver. I just really don't. Like, he's not the burner to really take the top off that we need on our offense. I think we can get better in the draft or in free agency. So I feel like only way I can see him staying around is if we can just try to make him a return specialist. But other than that, I got Ray McCleod going somewhere else. Maybe going somewhere like, I don't even know, like the 49ers or the Chiefs or something like that. I can, somehow the Chiefs like speed, so somehow the Chiefs will find a way to use him, and all of a sudden gets like 8 touchdowns in some weird way. But like where our offense is going, I just I just can't see him staying on our offense, to be honest with you. Next on the list, Eric Ebron. Should he stay? Should he go? Eric Ebron probably gonna be out the door, bro. Like, I know he just had an injury. He wasn't playing bad ball. He wasn't playing horrible ball. He was actually making catches and things of that nature. But I think he will probably be out the door because I think it's time that we're gonna put all of our money and all of our faith, hope, and thoughts into Pat Freiermuth. My guy who was putting in work this year, definitely stepped his game up. Besides that big drop he had, the game-winning pass that Ben threw to him, that Ben put on a dime. Ben put that ball on a rope, and then he dropped it in between 2 tacklers. It was a tough catch to make, but to be a big baller in this league, somehow you make that catch. But other than that, man, I think Pat could ball. Pat could do his thing. So with that being said, I got us keeping Pat Freiermuth and as our starting tight end, and then obviously entering the block. Even though I think cough, we're probably gonna end up with Connor Hayward also. He's a brother, Steelers love that family duo for some reason. So I got us getting rid of Eric Ebron. Juju Smith-Schuster. I don't want to necessarily get rid of Juju. I don't want to get rid of Juju. But I think this is like one of the first times I can actually say this. I think he has bigger opportunities elsewhere. Why do I say that? Because I think we all realize that Juju Smith-Schuster is not a number 1 receiver. And that's okay. But we don't have that dominant one receiver on our roster. Like, Deontay Johnson's getting there, but he's not there already. So like, I feel like Juju will do better in a position where he don't have to be the number 1 guy. AKA, sadly to say, I got him going to either the Chiefs or Dallas. Why? Because Dallas has CeeDee Lamb. Dallas has Amari Cooper and Cedric Wilson and all these other people. And the Chiefs, Mahomes, Kelsey, and Tyreek Hill and Hardman and all these other people. Like, I think he will do. Juju can put in great work as your second receiver or your third best receiver. But Juju is not a number one receiver. So I think he goes somewhere where they don't have that. And I think he can do great damage. I think he can do great work. But I think his time in Pittsburgh is over. Even though I don't want it to be. But for him to get to his best capabilities and his footing in this league, honestly, I don't think it's for us, to be honest with you. I don't think that's what we need. And I don't think that's what he needs. So, sad to say, man, Juju's my guy. I got us getting rid of Juju. Terrell Edmonds. We keeping Terrell Edmonds, bro. I don't know why a lot of people don't like Terrell Edmonds, but he had a good season. I don't know what other people be watching, but I think Terrell Edmonds put in work this year. So that being said, obviously I got us keeping Terrell Edmonds. I don't know why we would get rid of Terrell Edmonds in the first place. He is nowhere nearly as bad as what people make him out to be, and I don't got anybody replacing him yet. Trey Norwood is good, but he's not there yet either. To replace him, we need to see more from Trey Norwood, but like for a 7th rounder, he definitely surprised the crap out of us. So with that being said, I think we should add to the safety room anyway. But no, I don't got us getting rid of Terrell Edmonds. He's a good baller, but if we can get him on an affordable contract, I'm so down with it. I know we can franchise tag him, but I don't want to franchise tag him for some crazy amount of bread. But yeah, like I got no problem with Terrell Edmonds, man. Definitely got to get him his money. Next up, Miles Killebrew. Yes, keep Miles Killebrew. People are probably going to be like, some people are going to be like, either who is Miles Killebrew or why keep Miles Killebrew. Miles Killebrew is on special teams. He makes a lot of good plays on special teams. And like kick return, punt return, shit like that. He does a great job. He's even played some snaps for us on defense. Great scrappy guy, makes great tackles and things of that nature. Sometimes, I don't know if you guys watched the Packers 49ers game, you'll realize how important special teams really is. So by all means, I think you guys really should take a look at him and look at like what he does, because he's a really good baller, and I think he's a good special teams player. And because he's a special teams player, he ain't gonna be crazy expensive, not even close. So I think keeping Miles Killebrew on our team could be a really dope thing to do, because him and Derek Watt make good plays, especially on special teams. James Washington, we're not keeping James Washington, bro. James Washington is a baller, but we didn't use him right at all, to be honest. So with that being said, yeah, I don't even think we need to talk about this thing. We all know James Washington is out the door. He deserves better too, because we used Ray Mcleod over him. I thought that was still to this day, I think it's a little weird. But that's the decision we tried to make. That's the decision Tomlin went with. That's who they wanted. So do I see James Washington staying with us? No. If we're being honest, no. But like he played good ball. I'm not mad at him at all. So with that being said, I got us getting rid of James Washington. The next pick I'm going with is Josh Dobbs. I can see us keeping Josh Dobbs until we see with our quarterback position. Like if we get Malik Willis in the draft, I think he's a part of this four quarterback duel we're gonna have for the starting job in the summer. I mean for preseason, postseason, and shit like that. Which would be, if we got Malik Willis, to be Malik Willis, Mason Rudolph, Dwayne Haskins, and Josh Dobbs. I think that could also happen. But if we don't get Malik Willis, say we go tackle or something like that, it'll probably end up being like a Teddy Bridgewater or Mitch Trubisky or somebody like that. Then with those four names. Now that's not crazy. I don't even think that's not ludicrous in any way. But I like Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs is also very smart. I like him. I like his game. I like how I like what he does on the sideline. If you listen to Ben always talked to Josh Dobbs. He always had a lot of high regard and high respect for Big Ben. And so for that alone, think about it. We got rid of him. He went to the Jaguars, and then we got him back. So, but even when you throw in that, I really think there's no reason. I don't think we're going to get rid of Josh Dobbs because of the things he can do and because of how smart he is. So That being said, do I think we need Josh Jobs? No. But do I think we'll get rid of Josh Jobs? Probably not. Next person on the list, BJ Finney. I gotta get rid of BJ Finney because I don't think we need BJ Finney. He did all right. He did okay when he was in there, but I'd rather keep another guy that's on this list. And I think that we're gonna upgrade at guard anyway. So I don't think he's gonna start. There's no reason for him to start or be on our roster. I mean, I'm not mad if we keep him as a backup guard or something like that. I'm not mad at that. It's not gonna be the end of the world. It's not a burner. But yeah, man, like I don't necessarily think we're gonna keep JC Hassan. I mean, BJ Finney, but I don't think it's crazy. It wouldn't be like some what move if we got rid of him. Next up on this list are Arthur Mallett. Yes, keep Arthur Mallett. Arthur Mallett played some good ball, and he did a very good job trying to fill in from Mike Hilton. Mike Hilton obviously is the better player, but Arthur Mallett did a great job trying to fill in as that nickel corner especially on those blitzes he was doing and things of that nature, filling that Mike Hilton role. I like Arthur Mallett's game. So with that being said, I got to keep him, Arthur Mallett. I don't know how big of a small of a contract. Hopefully in a small area. Next person on the list is Kaelin Blage. I don't know. Maybe, sure, I guess. Like I can't see us not getting rid of him because he did all right. He didn't get a lot of touches when we were with him, when we had him on the team. But he's not a bad running back at all. I think, but he had a couple good runs that he had throughout the season. So with that being said, I think we can keep Kaelin Blage. I don't think that's crazy at all. But do I think we still need to upgrade at the running back position? Yes, absolutely. Obviously, Najee is that guy, but we need somebody to work with Najee. So with that being said, yes, let's go. Let's keep Najee, and let's obviously keep Najee, and let's get Kaelin Blage in there so he can add some depth and add something in there. But also, let's go get a running back. Preferably, I think we can try to go get an AP. Cordell Patterson, somebody of that stature, or go in the draft. There's a lot of good running backs in this draft that we can go look at and take a look at. Like a Hassan Haskins will be available or something like that. Kenneth Walker. All right, I lied. We're not going to hate Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker is probably going top of the second round. But other than that, there's still a lot of running backs. The guy from Notre Dame, the guy from Texas A&M, the running back from Georgia. There's a lot of great running backs in this draft that I think we should go get. But get them at the end of the later rounds of the draft. Obviously, running back is not a main priority to go early in the second round or something like that. But you can find a really good running back in the 6th or 7th round. Next on the list is Chuks Okorafor. Chuks is gone, bro. Chuks is gone. I don't know what anybody else. I think Chuks is gone unless he just has nowhere to go and just signed with us like a little mini contract, like maybe sounds like a year or 2 year. But to get a long-term deal for him at right tackle, nah. But Chuks is solid enough to where he's gonna get a job somewhere else. I just think we should move forward at right tackle. For what we want to do, I just don't see us paying any offense, any alignment that we have right now because of how bad we were as a unit, any big contract. So I can't see us keeping Chuks. Chuks will get a job somewhere, of course. But I think we can get an upgrade at a tackle spot. Like I said, aka we need a veteran tackle. When I mean veteran tackle, I mean somebody who's like got experience and been good. Like who's been good, solid, fills their gaps, do what they do. AKA a Teron Armstead or somebody like a Teron Armstead or somebody. And if not, then obviously they're probably gonna go to the draft route and try to get one of these guys who can be a stud superstar at this tackle spot early. But I got us getting rid of Chuks. Next on the list is Marcus Allen. We're probably going to keep Marcus Allen somehow. Marcus Allen somehow always stays on this roster, and I respect it. He's not bad in the linebacker spot, especially since he plays like a safety hybrid linebacker. I don't got this unless we get like a Leo Chenal or something like that. I don't think there's no reason for us to get rid of him like that. So, that being said, I have us keeping Marcus Allen because he's not a bad depth piece. Robert Spillane. At first, I thought we would get, in the last video, I thought we would get rid of Robert Spillane, but seeing how much money we could save if we cut Joe Schobert's deal, and because you guys already know who I want in that first round pick, which would be Devin Lloyd, if we could get him. With that being said, I got us cutting Robert Spillane now because he did his thing. He did the best he could, but obviously it wasn't enough. He's a great run stopper, but he's not the greatest in the pass. He's a great guy, great solid guy, great depth guy. Obviously can get a job somewhere and play good ball. But for me personally, I think we should go in different directions. So for me, if it's me, I'm going to let go of Robert Spillane. Next on the list is J.C. Howard, Hashem Howard, and J.C. Hashem Howard is actually the last on this list. And surprise, surprise, I'm actually going to keep J.C. Hashem Howard. Why? Because we're probably not going to end up getting Tyler Linderbaum, because to be honest, he probably might go to the Ravens. Or I can see him on the Ravens. I can see him in Cleveland, but probably the Ravens. Why? Because they're going to have to pay money to their center. We might also look at free agency. So, I think they might not be able to pay him the money to keep him. They might go O-line because they have a more beaten-up O-line. So, I think with, Villanueva and shit like that. So, I think I can definitely see the Ravens trying to go after a Linderbaum and things of that nature. And Hashem Howard, obviously, at the end of the season, gave us the better chance to win against Kendrick Green than Kendrick Green did, but Kendrick Green's also working with Marquise Pouncey this offseason, and I think because of stuff like that, the Steelers are always very known for giving second chances and things like that with a guy who didn't obviously produce as high as we wanted him to in that first year. So that being said, I got us keeping and re-signing J.C. Hashem Howard. Now, with those cuts, if we make those cuts that I said, we have more than enough money to get Minka Fitzpatrick on an extension, and also get us a Stephon Gilmore or Teron Armstead or one of these bigger name free agents who know how to ball and who can play. So with that being said, if we do these little things, whoever plays quarterback, their job will be so much easier if we do these things. And that's why I make the moves that I made, the cut into should I stay or should I go, to cut and then re-sign some of these guys. So let me know if you guys like this list. Let me know if you guys want me to do more lists like this. Let me know what you guys want me to cover, and I got you. Let me know in the comments what you think of these moves. I promise you I don't duck, no smoke. Until next time, man, it's been your boy D. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You guys have been running up the numbers for me, and I really appreciate you guys for that, because I'm on the road to a K. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. The world revolves around this. So I'm trying to get my numbers up, and I appreciate you guys for watching, as I love the Steelers as much as you do. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. And until next time.